From the Samsung Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSPTV and the Standard Speaker.
It will mean hundreds of new jobs for the region, but who will get them, and can you raise a family on them? American Eagle headed to Humboldt, our top story on News 13 for this Thursday. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kathy Bazinski. Well, construction has already begun on the American Eagle Clothing Distribution Center in Hazel Township. Christina Papa visited the site today and also discovered what the hundreds of jobs available will mean to folks in the area who need jobs.
Today, it's just an empty lot, but this 1 million square foot site in Humboldt Industrial Park in Hazel Township will be used as a distribution center for a very well-known clothing store.
American Eagle Outfitters is coming to the Hazleton area. It's in the form of a distribution center.
Kendu's president Kevin O'Donnell has been working with Governor Corbett's action team for over a year in hopes of getting the $160 million project up and running. Now O'Donnell is most excited about the job opportunities this distribution center will bring to the Hazleton area.
It's going to create jobs. There's going to be about 369 jobs created initially, and then seasonal additional work will be about 600 additional jobs.
The new jobs will require different qualifications. Some jobs will pay family-sustaining wages, while others will pay less.
And you've got everything from the people who are working on the line to the people who are the accountant in the office and the plant manager and the quality control people and everything else about it.
O'Donnell hopes the ground will be leveled by early July. That's when the real construction will begin.
Once that happens, we expect that about in the next maybe 10 to 12 months, we'll see the building up and ready to start hiring people.
Hazleton community leaders are also excited about the rise in job opportunities.
With American Eagle Outfitters coming to Humboldt Industrial Park, it's a big thing for the greater Hazleton area.
Hazleton Chamber's president, Donna Palermo, hopes a facility like American Eagle will create an economic boom in the area.
Naturally, when you have more employees coming into the area, they're driving cars, they're using gas, they're stopping out local businesses to shop. They use professional facilities as well. So it has a real nice trickle-down effect for the entire community.
The American Eagle building will be the largest in any of Kendu's developments. And with such a huge distribution center coming to the area, O'Donnell said an American Eagle clothing store is not out of the question just yet.
There's no plans at this time for an American Eagle store to come into this area, but we can hope once they have a facility here, it makes it a little bit easier perhaps.
Christina Papa, News 13, Hazel Township.
The greater Hazleton community and the economic community of the entire region lost a true leader this week. Dr. Edgar Dessen passed away in Florida on Tuesday at age 96. Dr. Dessen was a radiologist but worked diligently in the 1950s to develop infrastructure in greater Hazleton and bring the community and local businesses and industries today to spur growth and create jobs in the region. After serving as head of the Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, he decided to reach out to the community and solicit funds for the economic development organization that would become Can-Do.
He called a group of community leaders together. He explained his vision, and unfortunately some of the people didn't believe it could be done. And some of the people got up and walked away, and Dr. Dessen asked them, he said, where are you going? And they turned back and they said, Dr. Dessen, you're foolish. You can't do it. And Dr. Dessen went home that night, and he turned to his wife, Sonia, and he says, we can do it, and we're going to call the organization Can-Do.
Dr. Dessen was a strong advocate for the building of Interstate 80 through the greater Hazleton area and was instrumental in creating the region's first business park, which would later become the Valmont Industrial Park. Well, today the Greater Hazleton Rail Trail was supposed to receive a bridge that would have taken it over a railroad. But there are delays, and as Matthew Petrillo tells us, it's anybody's guess to when the project will be completed.
Phase 2 is now underway. Well, almost. Construction was supposed to begin today of a 117-foot bridge over an active Norfolk Southern Railroad line. The supports are built more than 120 years ago, and the bridge would add a new trail section to be built by July 10th. But a delay now indefinitely postpones construction.
We're not sure of that delivery date right now. Hopefully it's in the near future. The bridge is being constructed.
There are other problems too. They want to expand the trails even further, but it doesn't yet have permission to create the trails on some parts of the land. Still, Skolsky is hopeful the project will be completed.
Phase 2 is another stepping stone to getting the total of the 16 miles completed. We're not exactly sure how we're going to get from the Hazelbrook area to the Eckley Miners Village area. We don't have the right-of-way designated yet, but that is what we'll be looking at next. And we also have the Phase 4 section from the Weatherly-Whitehaven Road.
Now, the length of the rail trail is about 4 miles, and this bridge will connect the first mile with the rest of the 3. But delays in constructing it is pushing back the project date to at least the end of fall.
With that connection, you would have 165 miles of the Delaware-Lehigh National Heritage Corridor Trail onto our trail. So that's a long bike ride.
The exact path of the third leg is still being discussed. Some Foster Township residents are concerned, and that could put about 500 feet of the trail in jeopardy. But Hazleton has at least 4 miles to enjoy for all sorts of recreational uses.
It's a very popular place to come and walk your dog, get your exercise. We have exercise stations along the trail. We got picnic areas, we got benches, a very popular spot.
So popular, he says, some bicyclists come as far as Philadelphia and even New Jersey to take advantage of the prime green space the area offers. Matthew Petrillo, News 13, Greater Hazleton.
And still ahead on News 13, we may salvage a relatively nice Memorial Day weekend, but it's definitely going to be on the cool side. We'll tell you all about it in News 13 weather. But first, some serious lessons to be learned at a local school today that had nothing to do with books. We'll tell you about the vital message when News 13 continues. Well, there are plenty of school graduations taking place across the region over the next couple of weeks, but one held last night was particularly touching, as Stephanie Gorney reports on a ceremony filled with warm hearts and great pride.
Gianna Miller has come a long way since she first started the Academic Helper Program with the Helping Hands Society.
It helped me a lot because when I first came to Helping Hands, I didn't know my colors or anything, and Mary Beth sat down and helped me, and she helped me a lot.
She was just one of the many children who graduated from the program Wednesday evening at Lobitz Catering. Each child was honored and commended for their tremendous efforts that they put forward over their course with the organization. They each received a medal which made them feel even better about their accomplishments.
Well, pretty good, and because I got like 19 of these up in my room, and it feels sort of nice to just keep collecting them and collecting them.
This program teaches the children using many types of strategies, which makes it fun for the students and easy for them to learn.
This program is fun and it helps you. We've done little games, fun games, and we learn. We play games a lot.
Many of the graduates will be returning to Helping Hands to continue through the programs or to be helpers. Gianna, however, is not heading back, but will greatly miss everybody who helped her along the way to graduation.
That I'm just graduating, it makes me feel happy but I'm gonna miss Helping Hands a lot.
All of the graduates worked very hard to make it to this special day, and each wants to continue to become better learners. Congratulations, class of 2013. Stephanie Gorney, News 13, Hazel Township.
They sure have a lot to be proud of. Well, time now for our regional weather from the National Weather Service. Checking the radar, here we go. Plenty of shower and thunderstorm action moving through most of our area. That's the way it's going to be right through tomorrow. Creative Condition is all about today. It's by Cohen Gatis, a student at Valley Elementary, and it's got lots of dark gray clouds dropping some big raindrops. There they are. Now let's take a look at News 13 weather from the National Weather Service for Greater Hazleton for tonight. Showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm with a low down to 53 degrees. And for Friday, cloudy with a chance of showers, a high near 54. It'll be breezy with scattered showers at night with the low all the way down to 40 degrees. And heading over to Schuylkill County for tonight, showers, thunderstorms right through the evening, right through the overnight. Low heading down to 54 degrees. Then for Friday, cloudy with light rain or a chance of showers. A high only climbing to 56 degrees. It'll be cloudy and cold with a chance of showers at night. The low around 39 degrees. Well, he made a few bad changes in his life and ended up in jail. Today, a former inmate spoke with some local kids to help them stay drug-free.
And with that money, I used it to buy my drugs and my alcohol And then I thought, well, now...
Anthony Leskowich Jr. made a few bad choices growing up and ended up in jail.
After doing 10 years in jail, I decided that enough was enough. Drugs and alcohol weren't my thing. Being away from my daughter was really taking a toll on her as well as it was me.
But these days, the former inmate is making a more positive impact in the community.
I decided to make some changes, and while I was on the work release program, I asked to participate in the Straight Up program to not only educate myself in, staying sober and helping out my recovery, but trying to teach the younger generations, not to travel the same path as I have.
Today, Anthony's daughter sat proudly on stage with him while he spoke with kids from Hazelton Elementary Middle School to help them stay on the right path.
It makes me feel happy because he doesn't do it anymore, so he tells them not to do it, so then they don't make the mistake that he made.
Anthony says his 9-year-old daughter is a big reason why he decided to participate in the program, but other kids are also learning from his life choices.
Just knowing that he overcame it and now that he's clean, I just have a lot of respect for him.
Learned that like even if you try something that you're gonna get addicted the first time and then it's just gonna ruin your life.
Anthony says he was nervous to talk with students in the beginning and was surprised to see how the kids reacted to his story.
At first, I was a little hesitant at the first segment out at the Job Corps. I thought, this would be great if I can get through to one person, but the results were absolutely incredible.
Now Anthony is ready to get the word out on how drugs can ruin your life. Still, he says the best part about being out of jail is having more time with his daughter. Today, she was happy to have him back too.
I love you, Daddy.
Christina Papa, News 13, Hazelton.
And let's check the winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you play. The daily, 764. The big four, 5372. Quinto, 24972. And the treasure hunt, 2, 4, 5, 11, 12. Hope you won.
And here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. 2 great events will be happening this weekend at Hickory Run State Park. Saturday, May 25th, Jay Smart will be performing coal mining songs of the Northeast at 6:30. And on Sunday, May 26th, Matt Miskey presents an evening of songs inspired by Pennsylvania. Both events will be held in the amphitheater, and in case of rain, will be held in the chapel across from the park office. For more info, please call 570-403-2006. And finally, the Greater Hazelton Health Alliance Cardiac Rehabilitation Banquet will be held Sunday, June 2nd at 12:30 p.m. at the Valley Country Club in Sugarloaf. This is the 25th anniversary of the banquet, and all graduates are invited to attend. For more information, please call 570-501-6953. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Edgar L. Desson of Jupiter, Florida. Arrangements will be announced by the Joseph B. Conahan Funeral Home. Donald G. Pape of Hazel Township. Mass is Saturday at 9:30 a.m. in the Queen of Heaven Parish at Our Lady of Grace Church. There will be no public viewing. The Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Ruth E. Witchin, formerly of Freeland. Funeral is Saturday at 9 a.m. from the McNulty Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. Valerie M. Anton. Memorial is Saturday at noon in the Holy Name of Jesus Parish at the Church of Transfiguration. Arrangements are under the direction of the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Edward A. Hernus of Freeland. Mass is Saturday at 10 a.m. in the Immaculate Conception Parish at St. Anne's Church. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And Carolyn Ann Dorneman of Drums. Funeral is Saturday at 8 p.m. in the Joseph A. Moran Funeral Home. Friends may call Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop located on 15th Street in Hazelton. For delivery to all local funeral homes, call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's, once again, the Hazelton area's #1 rated restaurant. Call 570-501-3410 for information on luncheon packages.
SSPTV Sports on News 13 with Fred Barletta Jr.
Showdown time for the Lady Cougars, the District 2 Quad A softball championships come to Hazelton today. And while the sky and clouds look very ominous, the Cougars are ready. Let's take a look. Here's the matchup. It's Wallen-Pulpack coming into Hazelton area. Now, Wallen-Pulpack, they easily defeated Wyoming Valley West earlier this week. And so now it's Wallen-Pulpack, Hazelton in what is the semifinals. The other half of the bracket, Williamsport and Delaware Valley will play. Lady Cougars, the #2 seed, Vince Tribal Pieces team, looking to punch their ticket to that final, and they got to do it today against Wallenpulpack. And that game getting ready actually to start right now. It's a 4:30 start, but with the weather, they're just getting things underway down at Hazleton Area High School. Now over on Quad A baseball, we now know who's going to be in the championships. Yesterday, Scranton, the team that knocked off the Hazleton Area Cougars, they were 8-4 winners, 8-1 winners over Williamsport. So Williamsport, the number 1 seed, is out. Scranton will take on Wyoming Valley West. Valley West, 10-run ruled against Wallenpulpack, and that sets up PNC Field on Memorial Day, Scranton and Wyoming Valley West. Meanwhile, single A baseball, MMI, they are knocked out of the playoffs. Old Forge, 8-3 winners yesterday. Preppers had a really nice season, but they get beat in the semifinals. It'll be Old Forge taking on Lackawanna Trail. Trail got by Blue Ridge. Yesterday in District 11, your winners, Quad A baseball, Whitehall over Freedom and Stroudsburg over Emmaus. In the other half of the bracket down there, it was Pocono Mountain East getting by Pleasant Valley and Parkland taking out Liberty. Single A, Tamaqua now knows they'll play Lehighton. Lehighton, 6-2 winners over Northwestern Lehigh. Pottsville, they will be playing Southern Lehigh. They were 1-run winners over Blue Mountain. Salisbury will play Pine Grove, and North Schuylkill and Notre Dame of Green Pond in Double-A. Williams Valley will now play the Marion Colts. The Colts in a thrilling 9-5 win yesterday against Schuylkill Haven. Other half of the bracket, it's Tri-Valley and Moravian. So we're starting to get down to the nitty-gritty in all of these PIAA playoffs in both District 11 and in District 2. Now, back to 11. Let's talk softball, where Catasauqua will be taking aim at either North Schuylkill or Notre Dame of Green Pond. Pine Grove will take on Penn Argyl. It'll be Tri-Valley against Nativity and Minersville and Williams Valley. So that's the way it's looking down the line. Meanwhile, Russ Kanzler, he having a rough week. 0 for again last night, but his Norfolk team did get the win, 4-3 over Durham. Kyle Landis' club take another loss without Landis in the bullpen. There's your schedule for today. Light schedule in Major League Baseball for the local teams. It's the Chicago Cubs visiting the Pirates in Pittsburgh, and in the NHL, the Rangers down 3-0, skating for their lives tonight at Madison Square Garden against the Boston Bruins. News 13 Sports is sponsored by Sand Springs, featuring a world-class golf course as well as celebrations, the area's most luxurious banquet and wedding facility.
Hope you're ready for some baseball. The kids at Holy Family Academy are, and they're going to a game tonight. Can you explain what's going on with the baseball game?
Well, tonight it's Holy Family Academy night, and we purchased the tickets through Holy Family Academy, and we get to sing the national anthem in the center of the field with the other schools.
Oh, very cool. So Patrick, you're not going to be singing, right? He's not going to be singing, but Patrick will be singing. Can you explain what are you doing?
We go to a separate booth to get into the middle of the stadium. We sing the anthem with the bishop, and then after that, we're allowed to take a change of clothes, and then we go to our seats to enjoy the game.
Very cool. So are you excited about it?
Yes.
Yeah. What's going to be your favorite part about tonight?
Probably how late it goes.
How late it goes. You get to stay up late? Yeah. And what about for you? What's going to be your favorite part about tonight?
My favorite part will probably be singing with the bishop.
Singing with the bishop. And can you sing a little bit of the song for me? Do you remember any of it?
Uh-huh. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
That's perfect. I'll let you stop there because I want to make sure that everyone doesn't. That's just a sneak peek of what's going to happen tonight. But you're going to be singing too, right?
Yep.
What's going to be your favorite part about tonight?
When the Rail Riders win the game.
That's going to be your favorite part, and maybe getting a hot dog and hanging out with all your friends?
Yep.
Yeah, very cool. And that was a great job. You did an awesome job with the singing. Good luck, guys, singing tonight. That's this week's Family Time. We'll see you next week.
And plenty more news and information headed your way on News 13. Some new industry coming to the region, but will it create the kind of jobs that can support a family? That story and much more news when the 13 crew comes right back.